Hey folks, Suge Whyte here for Pro Wrestling Real Talk. Well, I just gotta say I'm overwhelmed with how many people have viewed this and given positive feedback in just a 24-hour time frame. So about 640 something people. So that's great. Have some friends right now. Don't mean to be the teaser, but I promised you that I would do a segment today. I'm gonna touch a little bit about some stuff, but it's gonna let you know that we're working on kind of polishing it a little bit and putting some things to it. It's going to be 10 minutes long. I'm looking at every Wednesday, and we're making a YouTube channel now. So I'll get that to you as soon as possible. One thing real quickly is don't expect on this show for me to pull back the curtain. I'll talk about my experiences, the promotions I work for, road stories, all that kind of stuff. I'll be real with you, but if you want to know, if you want me to pull back the curtain, I should just suggest that you go to any wrestling school possible, get trained, and then it'll be at your disposal. So, still, anybody that any of the boys that want to ask me questions like that, just go ahead and private message me. We'll take care of it that way. But other than that, everybody shares this page, and so let's be respectful of each other and. This is a positive thing. Even though we will talk about some negative things, this is a positive thing. So, real quickly, I was going to touch on what I said yesterday about the ending of professional wrestling for me. I'm 20 years in the business. The Grappler decided about 3 years ago to make the Wrecking Crew from the 80s, the new version, whatever you want to call it. And so I was the first guy selected, which I still am honored with that, along with Eric Baden. And So that was one of the things I had pride with. And so going out in my career, that was one of the highlights of my career, was to be able to do that and spend more time with him as my time here was winding down. I'm going to touch about this subject a little bit more later when I have more time. But like I said, I wanted to let you guys know that it's going to be on a YouTube channel. So and look for it Wednesdays. I don't have a time yet, but I'm thinking more along the lines of 4 o'clock. In the afternoon. Anyways, one of the things Matt Bourne said when I was young in my career, and I've been lucky enough to be in the ring with a lot of people. I don't want to name drop here. I will name drop. Don't get me wrong. I'll name drop all day long, but I only have 10 minutes, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But Matt Bourne was the person I got really close with early on in my career and was beneficial. And during our friendship, we made living in different towns and made sure that we talked to each other at least once a week, sometimes twice, sometimes more. When he come back home, we're both from Oregon, so we'd spend time with each other. And one of the things he said at a local wrestling show for PNPW back in, this had to be at least 99 or 2000. He said he just kind of was digging through his bag, and he pops up real quickly, and he goes, the only thing they forget to do is take you out back behind the old barn and shoot you. I was like, what? It's just so random. I just didn't have, nothing had led up to that point. It was all this business. When they're done with you, they just forget to take you out back. They just let you wander around. They forget to take you out back and put a bullet in you. Put you out of your misery. And I didn't think much about that until later on, until after it was all said and done. See, I'm still very lucky to be associated with the West Coast Wrestling Connection as an active manager. And mouthpiece of the Wrecking Crew. I got to stay doing what I was doing, and just took over what Grappler was doing, which is another honor. I got lucky to do that, but I'm also lucky to be involved in their school and their training. I was a coach, high school football coach, basketball coach, baseball coach for years, and I kind of implement that kind of style to my kids. But I still got to be around that youth. That it's so great to see them come in and view the business before they lose their innocence. It's fantastic. So it's kind of, I call me sinister, but it's kind of fantastic to see both sides of it. The innocence and then the whole, their face go pale and everything drop when they find out that the innocence is gone. And that is about one of those, it should be a big bell and fucking confetti going off just saying, there it is. But, so, it's been hard for me, to sit back and you're basically grounded. As I like to say, when you go out to the ring and you're a manager and you're an active wrestler, it's like being grounded. It's like your parents sitting back going, nope, don't you get in that ring. You don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, man, just want to get in there, you know. So it's really hard, and once you do get a chance to, it's like you gotta, you know, you gotta be careful. You're not going 90 miles an hour because it's you know, your adrenaline's going, but it's a different role. It's been hard to transition into. Apologize, due to the concussions. You know, my brain still switches channels on me sometimes, so bear with me, folks. But you know, going out there, the mindset's different. Now it's time to make sure that your guys are taken care of, and that your guys' needs are met, and that your guys is getting the best 6 minutes possible, so to speak. Because TV's a different beast, folks. And we'll get into that. That's another topic we'll get into, is house shows opposed to TV tapings. Because TV is a whole different beast. Yeah, it's one of those things where you really have to step back without stepping too far back. It's a weird line that you gotta walk, and it's been rewarding in a different area, and I'm slowly but surely, after a year, finding out that it's who I am now, and instead of going through it like, well, I'm doing it just to stay in the business. That's not really what my mindset was, but finding yourself again after 20 years, that's the weird part. So, which kind of cool in itself, because, well, you know, it reverts back to being green and getting, you know, that roller coaster ride. The boys will know what I'm talking about. It says, you know, you go through this time frame where you're training and you still don't know much, and then as the time evolves, stuff starts to slowly click, and then once you get your first like push, then that's a roller coaster ride. It's hang on, you know, it's beautiful, it's so fun, and you look back at that time, you're like, wow, I still didn't know anything, but what a great time. And then, you know, as you're going along, it finally just all clicks. It all clicks. Everything clicks. I mean, your mind, your body, your ring awareness, your opponent. And it's time to go home. Your body quits on you. It says it's time to go home. So it's a cruel mistress, this professional wrestling is, but God, don't we love her. Yeah, so like I said, I'm still very blessed to be in this business. I think this is going to be a fun outlet here, this Pro Wrestling Real Talk. I'm going to have some guests on here from time to time, that's for sure. I might even hold a little thing for a co-host, because God knows it's good to have someone banter back and forth. Hopefully it's somebody that's a friend of mine, but is the opposite thinking, because that's always makes it fun. Two friends that can bicker back and forth, and you know, without seriously fighting or hating each other. But that's my little thing for you know, life after wrestling. I know I didn't get too far into it. I'll reiterate later, but the next one should launch soon. I will let you know ahead of time. But I believe the topic is going to be big men in the Northwest. Are they really that big, as opposed to other people around the indie scenes? I don't know. I will do a little research. You guys do a little research. Come at me with some stuff. It'll be live. I know there's a few guys that I've been in there with that are considered big guys in the Northwest. Have been some pretty heavy hitters. So I'd say a couple of our guys might stack up. But I mean, we're talking about that one big guy that can actually is when you get done wrestling them, you're like, wow, that was actually a night off, as opposed to I'm just going to get thumped on tonight. So as opposed to, you know, and there's nothing wrong with getting thumped on. It's just you love going in there and it being a little bit different than you expected, and more pleasant than not. And that's going to be our topic. Will be the big man in the Northwest. Are we lacking size? Is another thing too as well. I feel that we kind of are lacking size. I think it's one way or the other. I don't think there's any middle ground. I was a short guy, so I'm in that department. There's a lot of short, skinny guys, I'm sure there is everywhere. But we'll touch ground on that too as well. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will give you some more information soon. Thank you, folks, for tuning in and just having, you know, just being able to listen to me, you know, get it off my chest. Really, we might do some, you know, it really grinds my gears. But thank you for being you, and thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. You guys are the greatest. You've always done me right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Suge Whyte out.